Hello, everybody, and good day to you all. Today I'm talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the movie, and it was directed by Peyton Reed. And after starring in it, you got Paul Rudd, Catherine Newton, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jonathan Majors as well. And in this movie here, you're pretty much following the Ant-Man family, I guess you can say. And they get sucked into the quantum realm because Cassie decides to make a device that sends them to the quantum well to find out what's going on because she couldn't save her father back in the day. But now she's smarter. She has access to medical technology, and she can talk. She wants to know what's going on down there, what's happening down there, and she maybe can start a communication. Just talk to them from a safe distance. But things go crazy, and then they get sucked into this world, and craziness happens from there. And they meet Kang, and things just go completely behind crazy. Now, before I get into the good stuff, let's talk about the bad stuff about the movie. The bad part about the movie is, oh my god, there's a lot to say. First of all, I didn't hate this movie, but the movie's not good. It's not a good movie. Matter of fact, I don't even recommend it. Because here's the dialogue in this movie is horrible. It's very, very cheesy, and the humor doesn't work at all. And the humor is so bad at times that every time a joke that's so bad it made you laugh because it was so awful. This is this movie. It's like this. What happened? The special effects in here has the combination of looking very good and cheap at the same time. You can tell when they cut corners and the money got cut short because like the visuals in here don't look bad, but when you put a person there with the green screen, you can tell they're on stage on the green screen, and it looks so awful. MODOK was the worst designed character in this movie. He was so bad. I guess they had to write it into the script that it was bad, so they can make it as a joke, so they can make it seem like it was done on purpose. It was that awful. The acting wasn't bad in this movie, but the dialogue that they had was so cheesy and so cringy. And am I supposed to like this? What is going on? Like, what is happening right now? Like, why? Like, Kang was done well in one version, but then showing another version of it was like this. What are you doing? I guess this movie has a lot of interesting ideas, a lot of interesting concepts. They do things visually that have you never seen before. It makes it different from the Guardians of the Galaxy with the aliens that I too. It's like its own little world, and it feels different than anything I've seen before. But at the same, a lot of time, the execution was not done that well. You had the people on this planet wanting to fight Kang because he conquered their planet and took over. And he's a horrible, horrible human being. But they haven't shown that to the people. Like, we haven't seen Kang do anything horrible to the people on this planet. Yes, they see him fight and go up against Cassie and Paul Rudd, but that's it. Because he wants to get out of this planet. He's trying to force Paul Rudd to follow along with him. Ant-Man, Scott knows that something's wrong with him, but he doesn't know exactly what it is. And you got Cassie wanted to save people from Kang, but the thing is, though, they don't really show exactly what Kang did to make him so horrible to these people. To the people, they want to fight back. Why? I don't know. What he done to them to make you say, we got to rally behind them and say, oh my God, Kang is the worst. Nothing. We haven't seen him do anything. They imply he does bad things. People say he does bad things, but we don't know what did he do. So you're supposed to get riled up with these people who are oppressed, but you don't see their oppression. They seem to be living their life just normally. I mean, yes, we saw some scanners coming through, but the thing is, though, that only affected Hank, Janet, and Hope. That's pretty much it. So why is he the bad guy again? Because we say he's the bad guy. We know Kang. All right, we know the Kang is the bad guy, but the movie doesn't apply that here. Also, this movie felt like it had some ideas that it was scared to go into, so it changes his mind in the middle of the script, in the middle of the movie. Like, this movie sets up, it looks like Scott was supposed to die. Even the trailer set up looked like Scott was supposed to die, and it looked like it was going to go in that direction. And the man was supposed to pass over to Cassie. But there's a term going around called MCU. And I think there was a scare it was going to fall into that category. So they reneged on that And so now you got this thing that looked like it was supposed to happen. Now that doesn't seem like it make any sense now. I think he should have died. But they look like they changed their mind, and it also looked like they could try another path. They changed on that as well too. And it looked like they wanted Cassie to take over, but they didn't set her up well enough to make her seem like she was supposed to take over the mantle in the first place. So it is, and they also made her like a little bit of a Mary Sue, a little bit. She gets to this place, she automatically has the suit. It just came out of nowhere. It looked like they wrote her to make her convenient for the story, for the plot. Like this, she needs to see the suit now, so she automatically has one. What? She needs to have power, so now she automatically has them. Now she needs to get big, so she already knows how to do that. Like what? Okay, I guess so. There's a lot of interesting things to this movie. It has a lot of potential. It's not the worst. The acting's not bad, but it's just like since the dialogue was so cheesy at times, it kind of made it bad. Like what is happening? Like how can you look amazing and awful at the same time? How can you have some good acting but also cringy at the same time? What are you doing? Pick a lane. And the tone was always so off too, because MODOK was the comic relief. Jonathan Majors was playing this straight and like a straight person. He wasn't doing anything comical villain until like towards the end, which was kind of weird on that part. What? This movie had so much potential to it, but it failed on everything. Let's move to the positives. The positive part is the acting wasn't bad. Jonathan Majors was the best part of this movie. His performance as Kang was fantastic until it wasn't. This is a part of this movie where it is, what are you doing? Here's the thing. They show multiple Kangs in this movie. But each Kang has his own personality and talks a certain way, acts differently. Like, why? It's all the same person. He's not a different personality. It's not like the Hulk. When Hulk had multiple personalities disorder, and each Hulk is a different version of the personality of the Hulk. So they would act different. But he's all the same guy. So he wouldn't act differently. He'll just be the same person in a different era. That's it. It's just the same guy. He's from the future, went to the past. He became a conqueror in different places and throughout time. And that's it. He's still the same guy. Why would he talk differently? Why would he act differently? Why would he look different? That doesn't make no sense at all. Okay, I guess. Doesn't make no... Whatever. This movie... This movie, it blew my mind how cringy this was. Character design wise though, the characters and the aliens like that the creatures and people looked amazing, and the world looked fantastic. But at the same time, the CGI looked kind of awful and messed up at a certain time. Like the money ran out, or they didn't want to pay no more, and they just said, "Well, you get what you get." And I just okay, wow, this movie was weird. But at the same time, it was trying things new. Trying new things, putting things out there that was different, that was seen before. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy, but it made it different, making it its own thing. It's like a little bit of other things you've seen before, but it's different. And the take on it is okay, interesting concept here, interesting ideas. Okay, interesting performances for certain people. Okay. But at the same time, a lot of stuff wasn't executed correctly. The tone was always off all the time, and so were you trying to be funny or are you trying to be serious? You got one person being serious and you being funny. It's not working at all. It's like it's clashes against one another and it's just standing out. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! And MODOK didn't work at all, but they tried. MODOK is a weird character anyway. I don't like MODOK in the comic books, and I think the only time I saw MODOK actually done well, and I didn't mind, was the animated series with also at the voice. Because the thing though, MODOK is a silly, weird-looking character. And it's supposed to be this powerful, destructional thing, but he loses all the time. MODOK loses all the time. He always loses. So the concept of MODOK is interesting, but it just looks weird. So they tried their best with something like this to make it sense. It made sense for the movie they were doing, but at the same time, it also did not too. This movie is just like all over the place, and it has no direction at all. And they were trying things. It looked like they were trying to see what sticks. Did that work? No? Okay, how about this? Does this work? No? Okay, how about this? Does this work? No? How about this? They were trying so many different things here to balance some of stuff out, and failing at everything. Like that. Okay, well, ugh. So I think the movie is great. This movie is because John Smith's performance was so good. It's a D. I'll take my word for it though. Go check it out for yourself. You might love it. I mean, you might love it. You might think it's the best thing ever, or you might think it's the worst thing ever. I don't know. But let's just leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this movie right here. Like, I wanted to give it a C minus or something like that, but I don't think that's right either. I feel like it's too high. A D feels right. It passes, but it's nothing to brag about. So yeah. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Give my channel a like, hit the thumbs up, shabam, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really do appreciate it. And links down below. You can show my social media. You want to follow me there. And also too much about those shirts and socks and everything else and whatnot. About some stuff I really would appreciate it a whole lot. Like I always say, in my dreams of life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.